Okay, back at the Duce robot. Go ahead and just scurry over here real quick. Take a look at what's left of the arm that's being dismantled. And then the upgrades that I did. I rebuilt the arms. I made new ones. This one's going to have the claw. I made these out of masonite. It's really good material to build with for stuff like this. A little bit heavy, but it's still good. I mean, what's that? This has a regular, like, elbow servo in it. This one here. And they're both going to have to get, like, a band on them or something in there. But this is one that I made without the elbow servo. And it just has a pivot that I put here, which is a 1/4 bolt with a pivot that just doesn't tighten all the way down. And it stays in place. And I sunk the servo in there with the router. And it seems to work really good. It has a lot of strength to it. Surprisingly, it has more strength than this one does. But this one has a lot more cantilever to it because it's pulled out from the unit on both ends. So the servo's fighting the weight. But there's the remade arms for the Duce robot. And they're really sturdy and really strong now. Really, they move real easy. And I think they're going to work really good. The hand is going to go on that one. The claw is going to go on this one. A remade, new revamped claw. A nice one. There's the camera for the Jetson Nano, which is down here now. I've got a new keyboard for it. So that is going to work with this in conjunction. The lifts, I took everything free. Look how I cleaned everything up like I said I would. So they're all cleaned up in here. Those are just the wires for the interrupts on the front of the robot. There's the motor drivers for the lifts, for the arms. Those are going to move them up and down. There's the Pi 4, another Pi 4. There's a camera coming for this side. That camera right there is on Motion iOS with a Pi 3B Plus that I'd like to use to look at the night sky. Just to see what you can see up there with the infrared. I hear there's a lot of cool, crazy things. I haven't seen anything. I see the space station come by every now and then, though. And some satellites. Because I live in Florida, so it's you see that here. It's wide open. Okay. There's the support power for the Raspberry Pi 4. That's a cool module. So it's going to be the support power for the screen. For the Pi 4, 4 gigabyte with the 64 gig card. Here's the same thing on the other side. Let's turn that off so we don't waste power. Same thing. I like to keep the screens covered. There's the new display for the Frankenstein printer. We'll turn one thing on this morning. So it's starting to crank up here. Back up from it. I had to, here we go with our blurry camera again. Finally got back in shape. I had to move the LEDs, so there they are for that. The Nanos moved. I've moved the mouse for the Pi 4 here. Nanos around front, I already explained that. And the big change is the arms. Here's the new arms for the Duce robot, and they're really cool. I made them out of masonite. It's a good thing to work with. I used L brackets because it's pretty strong when you do it that way. It's a little heavier, but it's pretty stable, pretty strong. And once I get that, the hand is made somewhere around here, but it's not finished. It has a lot of work. Those are very hard to make if you want to try to make a decent one on your own anyway. By hand. Make a hand by hand. And there's the other one there. That's the servo that's gonna do the wrist for the claw, and then it's gonna have another elbow servo that's like on this one, on the claw, so it can, you know, have another degree of movement. I think it'll have 5 if I'm not mistaken. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up and down with that DC motor will be 5. That'll be interesting to try to get that going with the Cytron motor drivers. So there's the update on the Duce robot so far, and until next time, I should be back with at least the claw done by the next time. Enjoy.